If you try to lift a weight from a swimming pool and then try to lift the same weight from the edge of the pool, you will notice that it feels heavier when it is out of the water. This was supposed to have been first explained by the Greek scientist Archimedes. He said that the water exerts an upward force or upthrust on any object in it. When you weigh an object in the air and then in water, the difference between the two readings show the upthrust, which is often called the loss in weight of the object. All liquids and gases are known as fluids. A fluid exerts an upward force when an object is immersed in it partially or wholly. This property is called upthrust or buoyancy. It is denoted by Fb.
Buoyant force. What is buoyant force? Let's understand the meaning of the term buoyant force by doing simple experiment. 1. Take a bucket full of water. Try to push an inverted glass bottle into the bucket. What do you experience? When we try to push an inverted glass bottle into a bucket full of water, we have to apply downward force. It means bottle experiencing upward force. The upward force is due to force exerted by water on the bottle containing the enclosed air, opposing the downward motion of the bottle. 2. Take an empty plastic bottle closed with an airtight stopper. Put it in the bucket full of water. What happens? When an empty plastic bottle closed with an airtight stopper is put in a bucket full of water, it floats in water. Now, try to push the bottle into the water. Is it possible to push it easily to the bottom of the bucket? Why? It is not easy to push the bottle to the bottom of the bucket. This is because an upward force exerted by the water on the bottle opposes the downward motion of the bottle. Now, release the bottle. If the bottle is now released, it rises to the surface of the water and floats on it. In above examples, the upward force experienced by an object immersed in any liquid is called the upthrust or buoyant force. This force acts opposite to force of gravity. When a body is partially or fully dipped into a liquid, the liquid exerts forces on the body. The force exerted by this liquid is perpendicular to the surface of the body and is equal to the product of pressure and area at that point. The resultant force of all these contact forces is called buoyant force. Have you ever drawn water from a well? You must have noticed that the bucket of water appears lighter underwater but heavier as it comes out of water. The submerged object appears to lose weight in liquid due to upthrust or buoyant force. The property of liquid to exert an upward force on an object immersed in it is called buoyancy. The buoyant force acting on an object depends on A. Volume of object. The buoyant force is greater if volume of object submerged in liquid is larger. B. Density of liquid. The buoyant force is greater if density of liquid is greater.